Oh man. Oh, it's been a while. Hey everybody, Zoom 360 here on the go. I almost forgot. But at the end of the day, I didn't. Today is the 19th of July, and this came out. I had to pick up my copy of the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition. It's also there's also a 3D option there as well. So it look like there's three separate options: a Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray Digital HD. And I love the cover. It's like a three-dimensional cover where Batman is facing Superman. I really like that. Not sure if you can see, but I'm sure that you guys will see it at the stores because it's everywhere. So I know I did not a review, but I kind of shared my thoughts on this movie the day it came out, because I went to see it the day it came out. I couldn't wait. But I'm gonna watch this like probably several times within the next 48 hours, and then I'm probably gonna film what I thought about it 48 hours from now, and then post that video accordingly as soon as I can. So, but of course, I just have to say, hey, I'm just a fan of DC Comics. I mean, I'm a fan of every comic, but you know, DC has a very special place in my heart because the very first superhero that I fell in love with was Superman, and it's still my favorite hero till superhero to this day. So I'm gonna share my thoughts on it. Take it for what it's worth. So let's do this. Hey everybody, Zoom 360 here on the go. I think I'm done watching the Batman v Superman enough time to really have a thought about it. So I'm going to give my thoughts about it. Just, you know, bear in mind, I'm not a professional critic and all that stuff that knows all kinds of things about movies. I'm just a guy who loves DC and who has a YouTube channel, and figured I would share what I think about the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, that which came out Tuesday this week. Well, just a few things, real quick. It's really there is about 30 minutes of additional footage from the version that was released in the movies. Those 30 minutes, they are scattered around the movie. It's not like per se, you know, there's a 15-minute concentration of footage here, 15 there, or 10, 10, 10. It's, you know, everything is evenly spread as far as I thought. But I made some notes here, you know, just to make sure that I've covered everything that I wanted to say. Some of those additional footages, they just made certain scenes much better. Like, you know, some of the fight scenes, some of them had some extension footage on there. It looked even better. First and foremost, that version, I think that's the version that they should have released in the movies, because it's a lot clearer in terms of the plot, a lot more scenes, and, you know, the action, which makes it better overall. But as far as the additional scenes that I think will make the plot clearer when you watch it, bear in mind, I'm not gonna say too much for those who haven't bought it yet or plan to buy it and see it. I think that I could narrow it down to three main parts where the additional footage make things a little bit clearer. For example, in the beginning of the movie, the part in the desert where Lois Lane had to interview who I believe was a warlord, and where that CIA agent got shot. There is a scene there where that scene was in the trailer, but it didn't make it in the theater version because I didn't see it there when I watched it. There was a scene where there was a group of horsemen riding on what appears to be like a hill or a mountain. The the added scenes explain who these men were. Those guys were nearby and they were heading towards the village. There is a part where that the CIA sent a drone towards the town to handle business, and then Superman stopped the drone, which looked really, really cool. That was the added footage, I believe. And also there was a scene that was in the theater version, but you won't see in the ultimate version. Is the scene where Superman came from the sky and landed in the house where the warlord was holding Lois hostage. That part was cut, but I didn't really miss it. And that's the first part where that you'll see some additional footage that will make things a lot clearer. There was also there was a part about this black woman that was that said that she wanted to ask Superman, how does he choose who lives and who dies. There's a little bit more to the story about her, and you'll see that as well, and then you'll be like, oh, I see why she's no longer she was no longer there anymore. And also the extended scenes in that part of the movie, it further shows how Superman was set up. Okay, just how the full plan was to set him up to make the locals think that he did all of the carnage, because they expanded on the actual carnage that took place there compared to the theater part. The next part where that I think that the extended scenes made a difference in the plot, just to make it clear, was at Capitol Hill when the explosion happened. It actually shows the aftermath of what happened after, and it kind of shows like to what scope that, though you did see the scope of the damage because there was the aerial view of the explosion, but then afterwards they actually show the aftermath of Superman bringing people out and stuff like that. And I do like the scene where that Superman looked at Lois and just looked up and just took off straight up. And I really like the way that they make Superman fly in this movie. It's like, because when you look back in the era of Lex Luthor, when Christopher Reeve used to take off, he usually would take off, not slow, not fast, but he would just take off, and then he would take speed, go fast as needed, but mostly he didn't really fly too fast. But I like how that they make Superman just take off, and like when he takes off like a jet, and I actually like the sonic boom sound whenever he flies. It's like it makes you feel the flight. So that's really, really good. So the extended scenes really brought out the extent of the damage of the aftermath of the explosion. And then the end scene, I believe, is when that the extended scenes really made a difference, because to me, Lex Luthor was like a very, very zealous guy throughout the movie, but towards the end he kind of went into this dark, humorous, sarcastic place, and they kind of showed how what happened, why he became like that. Like, because if you look at the very last scene when Batman spoke to Lex, Lex seemed like he was demented, and I think it's because of what happened in the ship while that the Justice League trio was fighting Doomsday. Because there's a scene where that they showed the SWAT team went into the spaceship where Lex still was, and while they were fighting Doomsday out there, Lex was absorbing information and he was talking to someone. So So it seems like Lex was gathering quite a bit of knowledge in the process, and also summon someone, which is what that he told Batman at the end scene. But those additional scenes really showed you how that came about, how the bell was rung, because once again, I don't want to say too much because this thing just came out. But when you watch it, towards the end, you'll see that Lex Luthor was with someone else, with a being in the ship, and you'll see what happens once that the squad moves in. But yeah, so those are the three aspects where that I think that the extended scenes really added value to the plot. It really kind of explained everything, and also the other extended shots, really, they were there, were placed at the spot where they were placed. I think just to make certain scenes look even better, like the fight scenes. There was a few extended scenes in there which I really liked. They weren't like long, but they were there. Because some of the scenes were not there when I from when I saw it in the theater, and then when I watched it again. So that's my thoughts about Batman Superman, the Ultimate Edition that is currently out. If you are a fan of DC, I think you should get it. I don't know why that this movie received quite a bit of flack from people who review movies professionally. What are these guys called? What, movie critics? I don't know. But I liked it. I think this is the version that they should have released. But thank you for releasing it on DVD. At least I have the option to watch that if I want to. All right, so that's my thought. But just take what I say with a grain of salt, because again, I'm not a professional movie critic. I'm just a guy that likes DC and wanted to share my thoughts on it. Well, what's coming up for Zoom 360? Flyboarding is coming up next month. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also nervous, which is good. So that video is coming. Flyboarding supposedly is the new rage. I think it's something new. It's not something that is old. So we're doing that. I'm taking you with me as usual. I'm planning to go to Import Alliance next year. Hoping to take Suki with me. So I'm gonna be doing some part replacements on Suki and some stuff, whatever I get the time to do. So I'm gonna be doing some car stuff of me changing some parts and stuff like that. Let's say like a how-to video, because I am a car guy as well. I like car culture. I will be doing some car stuff in the channel as well, but fun stuff, car shows and all that good stuff. So yeah, and that's what Zoom 360 is about, getting out and get out and do it. So thanks for your time, and next time, and I'll see you until next time. So subscribe if you haven't already, like and share, and that's it. That's all I got. That is literally all I got. So I'm out.